Welcome to the Freud's Angels weekly reading, bringing the collective guidance and understanding for this week's energy.
Remember, never give your power up to a reader or a reading. You always have the power of autonomy. Hey, angels, welcome to your weekly reading. We haven't done this in a minute, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but this is for October 26th through November 1st. Happy Halloween.
Happy Scorpio season.
Yeah. And Scorpio season. And also happy pre-shadow.
No, that does not work.
Unfortunately, yes. Things are already kind of like feels a little topsy-turvy, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. But so we're kind of back, and I'm not really sure. We've had 3 weekends off, and I don't know what we're doing, but
we're staring at each other right now.
Fine. Vanessa, tell us what the mermaids are saying. Let's start there. Let's use the card.
So the mermaids, it's funny because the first card that came out, I stared at it for a little while and I was like, I don't want it. We already pulled this. It doesn't feel like, I just kept staring at it like, go away. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna pull another one. But it's funny because the card that I pulled second, I think was a little bit of what I was seeing in the first card. But this is just more clear. So they gave me a clarifying card instead. And it is the breaking free card. And I'll tell you, the first one was the waiting card. And, the last time that we got that card, I remember what it was that we were thinking of. But when I looked at it this time, I was thinking of, just kind of like, what are you waiting for? Kind of thing. And like, okay, maybe we wait too long was what I was thinking. And so breaking free, here we go. We've had this one before too. There's an octopus that's got one tentacle around her waist, one around like her leg, but it's not really super tight. And so I feel like that is sticking out to me today, that there's it's kind of like self-inflicted prison vibes. Is what it feels like, which kind of goes with that waiting and what are you waiting for kind of thing. I think that I don't think this. I know this for a fact because I work with people every day and we work on this every day about those self-inflicted prisons, whatever they are. Because a lot of times I'll ask, what's going wrong in your life or what do you feel like is going wrong in your life? And then we'll talk about what could be different. And then there's this resistance. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. That's not the thing. Blah, blah, and it's like arguing for that limitation. And, to me, I get it 100%. I do it too. I've done it multiple times in my life. But there comes a time where we really have to sit and contemplate and say, how much of my suffering is mine? How much is it man-made by me? Because if I'm going to do anything different or feel anything different or have a different life, I'm going to have to break out. I'm going to have to. You cannot think that you can live the life that you have right now and have it be a different life. I mean, even just saying it out loud doesn't make any sense. I just want this to feel different. Like, well, all right, but how is it going to feel different if each one of these things makes you feel that way? That's like, you can't gaslight yourself into being happy with things that don't make you happy. That's just not how it works. So yeah, so the mermaids are really coming in strong this time to say, like, I mean, I'm really hearing it. You're doing it to yourself. And I don't know if that's for me or if that's for y'all, but that's what I'm hearing.
Collective, man. That's the collective. You're doing it to yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah, for sure. For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So what are we complimenting this with?
Well, it's kind of appropriate because it is Halloween and the veil is absolutely thin. So surrender to your intuition. Time to tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. I can't even read today. Like, what is happening? And that is coupled with the 37 numerology card of timeout. And How I see this fits is that, the card, I'll read you what it says. So this card has indicated a need to take a time out of your busy schedule and hustle and bustle of life. Perhaps you've been working too hard or have a lot going on. Maybe you've been tired, irritable, anxious, or just generally feeling unwell. If you've been under stress of any kind or have been spending time in negative, toxic environments, uh, you must remove yourself from the situation, heal, and recharge. And
Mm.
so I think it seems
Yep.
kind of fits in nicely with everything. But here's the thing is that, when you talk about your intuition, the reason why sometimes we don't hear it is A, we don't trust it, but B, is because we're so busy. We're
Yeah.
so forward thinking. We're rarely in the present moment. We're rarely in our body. And some of I almost think the chronicness of always being in the same situation, operating
Mhm.
from the same thoughts, not looking at our belief systems, not looking at those things that keep us in that loop, we
Yeah.
tend to disconnect from our intuition. And the way we connect is by taking a time out, is by stopping, is by breaking away from the circle, that cycle of
Mhm.
thought, action that's kept you in the same loop,
Mhm.
and really deeply kind of sit in your intuition and allow it to be a part of you versus always using your brain to think. Now, it is hard for those who are kind of in that survival mode mechanism. Yep.
Yeah, for
But it is
sure.
possible. It's just, even if it's for a moment, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, just take a breath, just breathe, focus, on the breath itself and allow things to come in, because sparks of things will show up in order to show you the way out,
Yeah.
way through.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a very good collaboration of all the cards.
Yeah, well, and I mean, it's like a cyclical thing here, like, because as you were talking, I was like, "Oh my gosh," like, the whole, like, breaking free to listen to your intuition that will help you break free. It's like,
Yeah.
holy cycle, like, we can just roll around in that for a while because, yeah, like, that's generally what ends up having to happen. There has to be a moment where you're listening to yourself about what it is that's not aligned, and if you're not allowing that to happen, then you're not going to break free, right? Because you don't even know what you're supposed to break free from. You don't even know what you're imprisoned with. And that, the intuition is difficult for a lot of people, like sitting down with myself sometimes and being like, is this your trauma? Is this your programming? Or is this an intuitive hit? Right? Because all those things can sound very same sometimes,
Yeah.
right? Like my saboteur is very smart. So sometimes she sounds like an intuitive moment. And it's like, no, that is definitely a programmed moment. But it's getting into that feeling, and that stillness will allow you to have the feeling that goes with intuition. If you need to, slow down to do that, that has to be intentional. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
love this cycle of like break free to get your intuition and then use your intuition to break free. And then, beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feels like my life. And
Right.
why everybody just sees like, what are you doing now? Well, I sat still and this is what I heard. And so
Yeah.
now I'm doing it.
Yes. Okay, friends, let's prepare for Mercury retrograde. Let's prepare for what is coming
Mm,
because of what is happening, because the veil is so thin, because of all of the, I don't even know how to say it, all of the things that are happening. We are in a very auspicious moment to listen to what our intuition is saying. And it could be about some things you're working on and some things you're trying to do. This is all about recalibrating, man. This truly is about recalibrating, about recentering, refocusing, and understanding not only what you're here to do, your path ahead, but also how. Like, how do you do it despite what the world is doing and how everybody else has done it? How are you going to do it? Because here's the thing, if we all did it in the same way that all these Instagram people said to do it, none of us would really like it. Would just be boring. It would just wouldn't work. We can't all do it. We have to do it in the energy that we are, so that people can see the energy of what we're bringing into what we're giving them or selling them or working with them, and how, especially for coaches or anything like that. And just understand and accept and receive the things that make you afraid of doing that. Like how does your body feel when you're thinking about doing it? What is it telling you? And what are the things that are the conversations that are happening that's preventing you from fully stepping in? Buy a new journal. This is the week. Go find it. Go find a pretty journal. And it can be a small one, it can be a big one if you're a long writer, it can be online, whatever. But find something to write these sparks of intuition in these moments of just like, the moment I had in a class I was taking many moons ago where I was like, I'm not afraid of necessarily doing the thing. I'm afraid of the responsibility that comes with it and how much that I feel it's a lot of pressure to continue to work when I don't have those type of energy cycles. Oh, that was a big aha moment for me. And I heard it because I was present in that moment and open and wanting to hear what was happening. So when we have these moments, we know where to support ourselves. We know that I know that energy is a big thing for me. So how do I know how to support myself and being consistent in working in my business, but also honoring my need to rest in my rest cycles and not feeling guilty that I'm not doing the thing, because that's a big part too. Yeah. And so when we have these flashes of inspiration, we write them down. We invite in the information we need and know how to heal. We invite in the healing. We invite in the energy we need to support and validate that feeling, because it is not wrong. It is not wrong. It is here to tell you something. It's just about validating it, hearing it, witnessing it, and then understanding how you need to proceed forward in order to support it to allow your dreams to come true. It's finding the safety in the body for what you're trying to bring in. And I think this Mercury is like bringing a lot of that energy.
Yeah. Well, because I feel like this is a lot, we're doing a lot of pre-work, coming up to that. And I say we, because truly most of my clients, a high majority of my clients are in that energy already. Lots of shifting, lots of okay, what's bullshit and what's real, and how are we going to sort this out and just drop all the stuff that we've been holding for no reason or for reasons that no longer fit. I mean, and in like it hasn't even really been a soft way, and I think that that's been the jarring, shocking part for most people, because it's a lot of people, like me, who are generally like, and then it's like, no more. Like, where is this person? Who is this person emerging? But it's just that energy of just, okay, we're done with all of that. We're done with all of that. What do we want? What do we really want? And let's just do it.
Amen. Amen. So on November 9th, Mercury will begin retrograding.
My daughter's birthday. Great.
Sorry. In Sagittarius. And so Sag is part of the mutables. And so any mutable sign, and also like, I don't know. I know definitely Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, Scorpio, because we're Virgo, especially because we're ruled by they're ruled by Mercury as well as Gemini. But and of course Sagittarius and Scorpio, because it's going to retrograde back into Scorpio, and then it'll station direct and go back into Sagittarius. But go check out your chart, use whatever app you use, figure out what it's doing in what house for you. We've shared this info on how to do it, a lot, and to prompt you to go find it. And if not, there's many resources online to find out. But
it can be super helpful. I mean, yeah. I look at my app every day and I'm so thankful, because I'm like, oh, that is exactly what's happening. I mean, and it's not even funny, including the bonds, like with people in my life. It's like, here's what you two are doing. And I'm like, are you reading my text messages? Like, I don't even know that. Yeah. Right. But it's just that the way that, we're bumping up against each other right now in this life. So really don't sleep on it, guys, especially if you're feeling the tension that is coming with this, because it's very soothing for me, especially when the tension runs high, of just being like, okay, you're just in a part of a cycle. Use it.
Yes. So prepare and let it use it for its purpose.
Yes.
I'm going to talk about our money card, and I want to say something else after on a personal level. So our money card is I lovingly move past my limitations on my personal wealth. Yes. So it is.
Heard.
This is, how do I say this without being overly dramatic? And drama is good, but because it's needed in this type of situation. But those of you November 1st who are not going to receive your SNAP benefits for November and possibly December, this is an atrocity. This is horrible. And the way I would like to help, because while I can't necessarily help financially, I can help by sending you bread, baked goods. Like, I can at least send you bread. I have a friend who had reached out to her community because she is also not receiving her supplemental disability check so she is like, I can't, and it hurts me, and I wish I had an endless pot of money to order to help everybody. But I said, I can send you bread. I at least can make you sourdough bread and send you bread in order to at least feed yourself something and do what I can in that way, because I don't know how else to help. I don't know how else to help feed you. I don't know how else to help you cope with this situation. And because my bread is made with a fuck ton of love, and at least you can have something to eat and feed your children. Yeah. And there are many resources out there. Findhelp.org is a good website. You put in your zip code, it'll show you all the things that are available in your area. So just go take a look. But if you would like bread, I can send you a couple loaves. And then when you're down to your last one, if you need more, I can send you more until they return your benefits. But I am here to help you do that. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it is food, and it is how I want to help in the way that I can help. So.
And same. I mean, just reach out to us if you need anything, because I feel like the two of us have such a wide network that no matter even where you are, chances are we might know somebody or something that could help you. And that's how this is supposed to work. I personally feel, the rebellion in me is like, oh, did you think this was going to hurt us? Guess what's going to do? It's going to bring us closer together, and that is trouble for you. So that's how I'm hoping that this plays out. And so I'm trying to do my part in being that.
And also know that my offer extends outside of North Carolina, friends. I freeze it and ship it all over the US, West Coast, Northeast, Texas. Like, I ship it everywhere. So it's shipped frozen, so it arrives very fresh, and it's very refreezable. And it is like a sandwich loaf. It isn't an artisan loaf, so it's very easy to cut and eat. And at least you have that. And so, if you need that or need us in any way or need support, please just reach out to us, DM us on it's probably easier just to email us at freudsangels@gmail.com, because we're not so great about checking our DMs. So I'm sorry if you've sent messages to us, because
are there any in there?
There's always some in there, but most of them are not. Yeah, there's
okay, because I legitimately, when you said that, I was like, have I ever checked the DMs? Oh no.
This is what happens when you get two air signs together and you're supposed to manage something.
And I think of my DMs. I'm like, well, just go in mine, but they're not going to go in mine. Yeah. They're going to go in Freud's Angels. So that 6 years in, I figured it out.
So freudsangels@gmail.com. Please send us an email if you need us in any way. We are here to support you in the ways that we can. It's not always going to be perfect, but it's something. And we are here to help in whatever way that is. So we love you. We're sending you all of our deepest love and resilience for this. But take care, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, love you. Thanks for listening.
We hope we gave you something to support your journey.
Check out our Facebook or Instagram page to connect with us.
Have a great week.